Russia's war on Ukraine is just a few weeks away from its one-year mark. Contrary to speculations at the time, Ukraine managed to fight back and stand its ground against the Russian invasion. So far, at least 42,000 people lost their lives in the war. 15,000 are missing and over 1.4 crore people have been displaced. Will 2023 bring some relief and conclusion to the war? Or will it continue into 2024 as well? Here are a few ways the conflict could pan out this year. Russia will go all out in its spring offensive. After keeping his armies in the face of a brutal winter, Putin is digging his forces to await a new offensive in the spring. The Russian president admitted that about 50,000 troops are already at the front and another 250,000 are training for this year. While both sides might take a small pause in some regions, they will only bounce back with more force. Maybe a short ceasefire could make a difference, but Putin has made it clear that he will not stop, and Ukrainian forces have pledged that they will not back down and will continue fighting for life. So it seems like there is no scope for anything but war. Ukraine might win back its land. After fighting for a year, Ukraine could restore its territorial integrity by spring 2023. There are two factors shaping this conclusion. Full credit to Ukraine, its military, and everybody involved for their motivation, courage, and perseverance, a first in the history of modern war. The West is also realizing the magnitude of the historical challenge it faces and the price it might have to pay. The pace at which NATO provides military weapons to Ukraine might determine when it might win the war. The war will go on and on and on. There seems to be no end in sight for the war. Russia is constantly attacking Ukraine in the hope that their morale and confidence will shatter like the infrastructure in their country. But Ukraine is bent on standing firm and not accepting defeat. They have picked themselves up after every attack to fight back. Either side has to decide to put an end to the war, or the West has to decide if it wants to get involved. Until then, the war might just wage on endlessly. Russian defeat, the only outcome. Ukraine is riding high with its determination to win the war. The war slowed down a bit in December due to the harsh winter conditions, but Ukraine's forces were better able to cope with the chills, given the support coming in from UK, Canada and Germany. The end of 2023 might see Crimea fully restored to Ukrainian control, though Russia might try to make some agreement of sorts to their benefit. However, seeing the determination of the Ukrainian military, Russian defeat seems like a highly possible outcome. A repeat of 2022. More of the same can be expected in 2023, with each side trying to achieve its goals. Only half of Russia's mobilized troops are in the fighting zone. With all the troops on the field, Russia gets an opportunity to launch an offensive. The occupation of Luhansk and Donetsk regions, targeting Ukrainian energy infrastructure and other attacks will continue. Ukraine, on the other hand, might try to cut the Russian mainland corridor to Crimea, which would be a major victory for them.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to Mirror Now.